Well, hello there, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Last time, I think we completed a few story quests, doing the one that is the book with the melazine and stuff like that. There's a few enigmatic pages that we haven't found yet, so I think we'll continue exploring Fontaine, basically as a whole, and we'll get back to this, because yes, we do get more chests and more story lore, which is very cool. And we also finished a quest in the Belau region. And so we're doing pretty good on quests. And yeah, we're going to be doing more world quests. I actually just remembered, not just remembered, but I recently been reminded that I'm actually going to be going into a bit of a period of time. Basically, not this week or next week, but the week after next week. I mean, for me, it's like, yeah. But in a few more weeks, I'm going to have a period of time in which I basically can't record any videos using, like, talking. I can't record any videos talking because, again, of certain circumstances. And so for those 3 weeks, yeah, I can't really make any of these videos. Or I could make these videos, but I won't be talking, in which I don't like making videos like that anymore. I really want to try to talk in these videos. And so I really just want to get a lot of world quests done so that during that time I can go ahead and just explore, do world exploration. And yeah, it's hard to do world exploration if you haven't done world quests. You need to do world quests to unlock certain stuff. And also, if you don't do world quests, then you just unlock them while you do exploration, which can get annoying because now I'm not showing the world quests on camera. Which is the main point of doing the world quests on camera, is to show them on camera, obviously. So there's a lot to be done. There's a lot of world quests still. I mean, we just see stuff, world quests on our map, but there's one over there, and there's one over here. And of course, I think there's like one in a cave around here somewhere, like where this waypoint is. And there's another one I discovered back here. There's another one over there. There's a lot of world quests still have to be done. And this is Fontaine 4.1 and 4.2 and 4.0. We still have the Chenyu Vale stuff, and then we still have basically all of Sumeru. I haven't done a single Sumeru world quest, so this is a lot. There's a lot to do, and so I want to see how much I can get done leading up to that basically 3 weeks where I can't really record these videos, and I need to do a lot. I need to do a lot, and it's again, the whole purpose is to just farm up Primo Gems to get Alikino C6 when she comes out. Again, the exact date, I don't want to, we don't know the exact date, but we can kind of infer the exact date. And the exact date is, if we infer it, it's somewhere close by. So anyways, here we go again. Remember Berry Puff, Upon Wonders, how it's been doing lately? Let's visit it. It's a new day for me, and so let's explore Berry Puff. We should check out where Berry Puff is at. Last time, I think he was at like half healthiness. And so we're going to do a little bit more and see how he fares today. Huh? Berry Puff. But I can't have sworn, so I was hiding somewhere. Let's look around. Yeah, Berry Puff was chilling with this other dude the other day. And we see Berry Puff was back here. So this is where it was hiding. Blub blub. Don't be afraid. It's us, Clizzard. Let's feed Berry Puff just like we did before. The blubber beast looks anxious and keeps staring at a particular direction. So, probably something out here that Berry Puff's worried about. Strange. It looks like it has no appetite. Its friend that was trapped by the seagrass is over there. So it shouldn't have anything to worry about. Right? Maybe it's sick. There might be something troubling on the other side. Huh? Other side? Huh. We can't see it from over here, Clizzard. How about we go over and take a look? I think I do see some mechanical, like, stingrays. Is that a mechanical stingray over there? This right there. Maybe worried about that? Let's check what Berry Puff has to say. Blub looks like it's concerned about what's happening over there. Let's go and check it out. I think after this world quest, again, there's a few world quests that we still have yet to do in the 4.0 world quest. Look over there, Clockwork Mecha. So Berry Puff wasn't eating because scared of the thing. Well, let's chase it off. Yeah, there's a lot of world quests that's still left to be done, and so I don't exactly know which one to do. But I think I want to complete the ones on my quest log before unlocking any new ones, because there are a few that I've unlocked on my quest log, or at least I should say, I want to do the ones that I've unlocked in my quest log. Like, I should take care of it. Shall we go and check Berry Puff now? Yeah, there's stuff that I locked on my quest log that are like 4.2, 4.1 world quests I don't want to do, and so we'll do the ones on my quest log that seemingly makes sense in the region that we're in, and of course finish up the ones that we've started. Besides the book one with the Melazine, because there's a lot of animatic pages, so that's kind of the one that we have to save till the end, honestly. Blub, Berry Puff doesn't seem scared now. It's because it can sense that there's danger, no danger now. Good, let's give it some food. We're like 5 minutes in and my throats are already hurting. The bumblebee sniffs the food you offer and scarfs it down without hesitation before affectionately licking your hand. It then swims to one side and begins a joyous chorus with its friends through the glass. Alright, at least we have someone to keep Berry Puff company while we do other stuff. He is getting close with us. You better get better soon. Once you fully recover, you can go back to the sea and play with your own kind again. Alright, there we go. Health value pretty high now. Looks really happy to be his friend. Alright, Fontaine is full already. Let's come back later. So next time we return, we should be fully recovered, which is going to be nice. There is a quest over here that I saw the other day when exploring this region. Again, I haven't fully explored this island because some of the island does connect into the Morte region, which is 4.2. And so I've explored, I mean, I've 100% this region on the world map. And so basically it's enough that it's 100%. And so we'll save the other stuff for next time. But while exploring, I also saw that there was a canvas here. There is a painting canvas, which we know is probably connected with salt. We know it's connected with salsa. And it seems like we need to solve a certain puzzle. I think we can install hydrocrystal. We need to get a condensed from hydrogonia or something. Not sure how that works. Okay, there we go. We can get that activated all the time. So now we go here. Try to get these activated. I'm not sure. I can just do that, right? No, I can't. I lied. Hello? Remove. Okay, these respawn, which is good. Which means I can go back here. And then this should unlock another chest, which is interesting because, again, I 100% this region. This region technically doesn't have any gated chests, which is the only things from the other region that I might be missing. Indeed. So we are doing pretty well in this region. Again, 100% it on the world map. I'm sure there's more chests and stuff available. But for the most part, I'm basically done exploring this region. There's probably some world quests actually in the Poisson, but it's fine. Pleasure, Miss Little Paimon. Hello there. Hello, Salsa. Are you alright? You don't look too good. Do you think there's an end to time? Well, why are you asking such a deep question out of the blue? I'm just wondering if there will be an end to the days of fighting the evil organization. All I want to do is play and chat with you while enjoying this beautiful scenery. But every time we meet, ugly things will appear and get in our way. And we end up having to spend a lot of time trying to restore the view. Don't you have anything to say about this fate that has befallen us? Can this be called fate? It just seems like coincidence. If there's something that stands out in a place with a beautiful view, people will come to see it out of curiosity. What do you think? I'm feeling a little tired. Nothing matters except for a treasure chest. You're gonna miss out on the scenery along the way. As long as you have an eye for beauty, there is actually amazing scenery everywhere. Why not admire the view elsewhere and ignore these ugly things? Paimon, you're avoiding the issue. Running away is not going to solve the problem. Oh yes, since you're members of the evil organization, have you gathered any inside news? Huh? That's gonna be a bit difficult if it's just two of us. But we can solve the problem right here, right away. Come on, let's get rid of the evil trap. Alright then. Look over there. Nature creates its own line work, but the ugly things are so natural for the landscape, which is why they don't fit in. In order to make those ugly things less unsightly, let's arrange them so they fit into naturally occurring lines. The pattern in the flower bushes, in the metal follows a flow of nature. So why don't we want to augment the entire eye? We should arrange them to follow the flow. Place the object that doesn't fit. Okay, so move this. We don't have many options, but it's here because we want to follow the flower that goes S. And we're done. But the evil forces are everywhere, and there's traps laid by them all over the place. There's no way the 3 of us will be enough. There's absolutely nothing we can do but accept reality. Let's destroy all of this. Things don't always go the way we want. Unfortunately, there aren't many people with the sense of beauty and earth to take action like me. If there were 100 salsas, Fontaine would surely be a more beautiful country. Why don't we paint the clockwork mecha so they look like salsa? I think they'll end up becoming another evil trap. What? That's gonna be so scary. If there were more people like Clizzer and Paimon who are willing to contribute to the cause of justice, I'm sure things would be better than they are now. So why don't you ask other people too? If you ask your parents, you might be able to submit a request to the Adventurers Guild. Well, wouldn't that mean I have to join those evil guys? No way. Also, have you ever gone that Clizzer also sort of from the Adventurers Guild? You guys are different because you're my good friends who abandon evil ways and decide to fight for justice. But you're right, I definitely need other helpers. I have to find artists who have a sense of beauty and are willing to take action like me, so that we can form an alliance. For the future of Fontaine and the future of this land, we will stand against the evil organization that destroys the scenery. Yes, that's right, Paimon. Clizzer and Paimon are members 1 and 2 of the Alliance of Artists to overthrow the evil organization and protect the future of Fontaine. Alliance of Artists to overthrow the evil organization and protect the future of Fontaine? What do you think? It's a super cool name, right? Okay, but if we're members 1 and 2, then what about you, Salsa? I'm the founder, so of course I'm number 0. Oh, the more I think about it, the more excited I am. I have so much work to do. I can't wait. The future of this world depends on us. Does sound like a job worth devoting your life to, but Paimon thinks that there's a lot of things you haven't figured out. Oh well, never mind. As long as Salsa is happy, we're doing good things anyways. We are fighting a good cause. For a good cause. That's why I have to find more like-minded companions right now. There's no time to waste. Is it time to say goodbye? All the best, Salsa. Hopefully we meet again. Goodbye, number 0. Good luck, Salsa. You got this. Bye, number 1. Bye-bye, number 1 and 2. Oh, I see you again in a more beautiful Fontaine. Okay, good stuff, but terrible taste. We unlocked another viewpoint, which again, viewpoints contribute to word exploration percentage. And so it's very interesting that we were able to 100% without this. That actually concludes all of Salsa's quests, I think, in 4.0 Fontaine. Again, I've explored, I've basically explored all of version 4.0 Fontaine, and I don't see any more art things. And so her quest may continue, but it may continue in other portions of Fontaine. For example, the 4.1 areas, which is up here and up here, or the 4.2 areas, which is over here and over here. So that's enough of her for now. And we can continue another world quest. I think we should go ahead and try to finish up the questioning melody and an answering machine. The red and the black. Go to Fleuve Cendré. After clearing Rocher and Kevin of suspicion, the organization known as Elegant Tableware Confrere has been interested in you. Yes, if we recall, last time we were trying to figure out who stole the bird from the newspaper place. And it seems like there's a lot of people of the Silver Confrere and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. We found Rocher's memento that was his wife's very important object that he sold, Rocher sold. And so we're discovering a lot of things. There's still some unknowns, like we don't know what the whole deal is with the child and the mother. There seems to be some kind of conflict between them. But our leads have led us to potentially a Fatui member who seemingly wanted to have, there was something connected with him. And so we're continuing this, alright? How do I summarize? Okay, we're at Fleuve Cendré now. Where do we begin our search? Let's go to spot with a large crowd. Someone in Fontaine uniform just stick out like a sore thumb. Look, isn't that the guy? Yep, there's a Fatui member down here. So let's check him out. We did actually see a Fatui member in the last video when we were doing the quest that involved Henry and, you know, the chicken and stuff like that. So we do know that there is some. I mean, obviously there's Fatui activity. There was Fatui activity in the Archon quest, but we did see some sus Fatui activity last video that I did of the exploring Fontaine, and so yeah, there seems to be some movement of Fatui members not doing good stuff. So this might be connected, or he might be harmless. We'll see. You're here, huh? So did you bring the goods? What are you talking about? Huh? That's not the code. Who are you? Shoot, I gotta get out of here. Huh? Were we exchanging passphrases just now? Forget that. Hurry, don't let him get away. Alright. Also, our book here of evidence, we're still missing, I guess, 2 more evidence pieces and 1 more testimony. Guessing the testimony is going to be the Fatui's testimony, but in general, we're still missing 2 items. So there's still a few things we're missing. So, hopefully we can finish it up this video. Pursue the Fatui. I mean, who better to pursue the Fatui than Yelan? Literally not a better character, in my opinion. We finally caught you, but why run like that? That was exhausting. Stop chasing me. Stop chasing after me. I haven't done anything wrong. Why run if you're innocent? That will help in court. Why don't you tell me what crimes I've committed, huh? You stole Sir Arthur. Hey, I didn't steal that. Quite certain someone stole it now, aren't we? Aw, crud. Don't even think about trying to weasel your way out of this. We even know you've been looking for a way to sneak into the paper's office. Take a look at my uniform, then take a look at your own. Are you trying to cause an international crisis? Do you want to say bye-bye to your life? Oh my, is she gonna kill this guy? No way that is that serious. No, after I complete this mission, I'll be able to retire early. Don't be like this. Then why don't you try making this a bit easier for me, huh? If you make things difficult for me, then it's only fair I do the same. Picture your retired life for a moment. When you sit down to eat, you look across and see me. Every date you go on, I'll be your chaperone. And for every travel photo you take, I'll be there too, smiling. No, stop, that's enough. Don't terrify me like that. I'll come clean, alright? It's not like it's a secret anyway. Talent chart is kind of, yeah, it's kind of whack. I'm Ballard, a peripheral intelligence officer. What peripheral means is that I'm not very important. I was tasked to locate a research base belonging to a scientist known as Mosso Lombroso. I think we've heard about that name before. Oh my gosh, everything connects to that whole Norse Ordo, the whole thing. Again, I think we may have saw Lombroso, maybe not last video, but 2 videos ago in that book that we were studying. I think he might be connected with like the Fontaine Research Institution, the whole natural philosophy stuff, the whole Jacob thing. I think it's Lombroso. We heard this name before. I don't recognize Mosso, but I recognize Lombroso. I think, right? Mosso Lombroso, isn't that Dr. Mosso? You've heard of him too. He passed away some 30 years ago, and his research base is said to contain valuable information, but no one knows its location. What does that have to do with the Steambird? Have I been to his research area? The few areas that we unlocked during the that we recently unlocked actually during the Virgil World Quest, because Dr. Mosso's death is linked to the Steambird. I'm sure the paper knows something. It's linked to the paper? Correct. That's why I contacted one of my editors, Jenk, hoping to get the inside scoop. Isn't that the editor who was arguing with Halichar? Would he reveal the paper's inside info? I sent him a small gift. Do you recall the paper recently exposed the elegant Teyvet confederation scammers? I provide details of their crimes. Whoa, so you did that. You're really amazing, huh? Thank you. Though I may only be peripheral personnel, I'm one of the better ones. Anyway, the exclusive report gave Jenk's reputation quite a boost, but when I contacted him again, he said he knew nothing to repay me with. Utterly despicable. Okay, so this Fatui was trying to work with one of the people in the Steambird to try to get information about, hidden place with treasure or whatever, right? And so this Fatui had some dirt on the elegant table of Confray, which he gave to Jink, but Jink basically kind of didn't hold his end of the bargain. And so this Fatui member is kind of like, I just got kind of scammed. I think that's the situation. And so, while trying to look up, Dr. Moso Lombroso's research might be a bad thing, right? Depending on what he's going to do with that information. Well, he hasn't really gone far, or just Fatui member, I should say. So yeah, he really hasn't done anything bad, I suppose. I think, if I've understood the situation. So that's when you decide to sneak in, indeed. But I know something odd when I got there that night. The signature Steamberg at the door was gone. Okay, so he did sneak in. Okay, I guess that's a thing that is bad. It vanished before you arrived. Not again. That's right. But there was an envelope in this pedestal. Acting on my instincts as an intelligence officer, I opened the envelope. To my surprise, it was full of threats. We did find an empty envelope. Actually, we can look at it right here. We did find an empty envelope. Indeed. So he's not lying. What? The envelope at the scene? How could you sneak a peek at someone else's letter? Let us look too. Luckily, I've kept it with me. Please help yourself. To the Steamberg. Okay, so someone sent this letter. Moso's death 30 years ago is still on my mind. Whenever I think of your paper's rhetoric, which intentionally pass off falsehood as true, I simply cannot suppress my indignation. As such, I have taken Sir Arthur captive. I eagerly await your paper's sincere repentance. Issue a public apology and surrender Moso's legacy. Should you continue to spin a web of lies that obfuscates the truth, I will be loved by no choice but to slay that Steamberg, crow, or blackbird. Okay, so someone took the Steamberg or the Sir Arthur captive because of something that the letter wrote about Moso's death 30 years ago. I guess, did they kind of say Moso was a bad guy or a good guy? I'm not exactly sure what they said about Moso, Dr. Moso Lombroso. So it could be Jenk. I'm not sure who it could be, actually. Though we got the letter, again. I'm sure that will go in a piece of evidence there, which is good. Are you done? The one who signed it, crow or blackbird, is the criminal you're looking for. Oh, so that's a signature. I thought they were questioning what Sir Arthur's bird species was. But is this for real? Is the paper really linked to Dr. Moso's death? There's no mistake. The inheritance mentioned here is probably Dr. Moso's research base. The paper definitely knows something. Later on, I put out some feelers in my circle, hoping this crow or blackbird would be willing to meet me. If she's in the same line of work, that is. I didn't know what gender Dr. Lombroso was, and so I didn't really say he or she, but apparently it's a she. Dr. Moso Lombroso isn't the one who wrote all that stuff that we read last video, right? Is it? Surely not. I think they were mentioned, so it can't be. They can't mention themselves. That would be weird. But we didn't see much of their name, so it could be. I don't know. Best case scenario, we can work together, and even if that fails, I don't want her to raise any alarms, as it would only disturb my work. But as it turned out, we're the only ones who showed up. Telechart, it seems you made a mistake, huh? Telechart, what's wrong? Curve, tell me now. Tell me this guy is lying. Biological indicators detected to be normal. Mr. Ballard is telling the truth. Yeah, again, I'm more inclined to believe the Fatui in Fontaine than I am in any other region. Just because, yeah, it seems like the main Fatui members situated in Fontaine haven't really done anything wrong. So, I'll definitely believe this guy. Darn it, you peripheral. Why aren't you the culprit? You've lost me my uniform. Calm down, Chalachard. We weren't serious. Don't pay it any mind. But I mind. I was serious. I care about whether I'm useful. I said I would figure out from along the four suspects, yet none of them was the culprit. I guess I'm just completely useless. Editor-in-Chief Euphrosyne was right to ask for your help. I should just take off this uniform and leave. Relevant information detected. Agent Challenger, you can be useful. You can write for the Steamberg's fantasy column, just like Editor Jenk suggested. Okay, that's a bit savage, but it's fine. It's not comforting in the least. Wouldn't it be better to name Mr. Ballard the criminal? At least that might make Talachard feel better. Miss Paimon, are you suggesting that I lie? Can lies be a source of comfort? That doesn't count as a lie. Paimon means that you'd be comforting someone. Sincerity is what counts. For example, when Paimon was worried about gaining weight from eating too many slimes, she eats slimes? Paimon might say that Paimon would still be cute even if she gets fat or something like that. Yes, I would sincerely comfort Paimon. No, I would feel sorry for the slimes. No, I would just call out Paimon for being a gluttony. I would feel sorry for the slimes. What? Are you seriously concerned about slimes? That's enough. Kerr can only analyze biological data. He can't understand all of that. Forget it. You can go, Ballard. Thank you so much. Talachard, you, Paimon, Blizzard, I know you two are both amazing and tenacious. But I'm just a stupid piece of dead wood that is always rolling downhill and finding new lows. I break at the slightest touch. I'm sorry, but from here on out, I'll just leave everything up to you. I'd like to buy both of you dinner one last time tonight. We'll go to a nice fancy place like the Hotel the Board, so you won't have to eat the trash I make. Dang, that's rough. But Paimon hates farewell dinners. Curve, talk some sense into her. Agent Talzer, I suggest you reconsider writing for the Steambird's fantasy call. Alright, then that's enough. I really need to think things through. Anyways, I'll see all you at Hotel the Board tonight. Don't forget to come. Paimon knows Talachard is a straightforward person. Are Melusines persons? But it still feels so sudden. Was today really that bad? It probably wasn't just about today. Paimon hopes she gets better by tonight. Let's get some rest too. Paimon is quite tired after so much investigating. Confirmed footprint. The footprints of Rocher, Teyvet, Intrepid, Valberry, and Ballard. Based on Agent Talachard's analysis, they were the same as the footprints that appeared near the newspaper. Ballard's testimony. According to Ballard, he has been at the scene at the crime before, but when he arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. At the time, he noticed a letter at the scene. His intelligence operatives instinct kicked in, leading him to open the letter, reading it, and take it with him. Sending letter. The letter signed by Crow or Blackbird ? Used to threaten the Steamberg. However, due to the effort of Ballard, an unrelated person who came out of nowhere, this threat proved unsuccessful. Oh, so that letter was supposed to threaten the Steamberg people, but then the Fatui member just took it and like, oops, okay, so like whatever. Wait until 19. Okay. I mean, let's be honest here. At the end of it all, Talachard will probably end up being useful somehow, right? Because they can't just leave this Melusine out to dry like this, right? Surely not. Go to Hotel the Board. Yeah, let's check this out. We continue the world quest. We got all our evidence, I believe. The two pieces of evidence was the footprints and the letter. And the last testimony was Ballard. However you pronounce that. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Again, I'm assuming that Talachard is going to have her time to shine. We just haven't seen it yet. Paimon Clizzard, good evening. Talachard, you're close. You haven't resigned already, have you? Oh yeah, she has changed her clothes into more normal Melusine wear. Instead of the I guess her uniform. Not just that, I took off my uniform because it makes me feel much lighter. See? Do I look good in these? Not bad at all. You look much better. Even your voice sounds gentler. This must be the right life for me. Since I can't do anything well, it's best not to do anything at all. Stop thinking like that. It just so happened to be a really tricky case. It wasn't just a case. Have you heard of Fontaine's aqua buses? That's how you get to Fontaine. We must have taken the Clementine line, right? Avil is the tour guide there, and Elfane is in charge of the Navia line. Actually, I used to be a tour guide too. I was the guide of the third line, the Callus line. I used to travel to the Fontaine Research Institute, but service was suspended due to the incident. Well, you used to be a tour guide. That's awesome. Okay, so she's the one. She's the one who used to be the tour guide. But yeah, that area is like exploded. So, yep, there isn't a line there anymore. It's not awesome at all. Tour guides aren't exactly the elite. Being assigned as a tour guide is what happens when you're bad at being an agent. Oh, so you return to the Mirachose Phantom because the line stopped operating? Not quite. I was laid off due to complaints from tourists. Some praised me in person, but wrote complaints as soon as they got home. They said my voice grates like a crow. I couldn't accept it. Oh, I don't mean the compliments. I couldn't accept that they told me I was doing well to my face when they clearly had a problem with me. I'll let you in on a secret. Editor Jang was the first to complain that I sounded like a crow. He's such a hypocrite. No wonder you were arguing with him back then. Paimon sorta gets it now. Let's not dwell on annoying stuff like that. Now's the time to focus on enjoying some delicious food. Hotel de Bord was recommended by the official tourist guide. I may not like it, but I think you might. Thanks, Talachard. But shouldn't we wait for Curve? He's not here yet. It's fine. He doesn't eat this kind of thing anyways. He just wants to record Hotel de Bord's data in his Lie Learning module. His Lie Learning module, Curve, is really special. Yes, I'm very happy to meet him. However, his core is aging rapidly, so he will go into hibernation mode soon. Sigh, his body parts can be replaced, but not his core. Hibernate? Are you trying to say he'll stop moving forever? Ugh, I'm really just completely useless, aren't I? I can't solve my cases as an agent. I get complaints as a tour guide, and let's not even talk about my attempt on making breakfast. Now I can't even manage evidence properly. Did you sneak out to try and get Curve repaired? No one but Dr. Moso can repair Curve. Oh, so that case that involved Curve, and Curve was the piece of evidence, it was Dr. Moso's case? I just wanted him to see more about how humans lie and help him overcome the Moso protocols. Overcome the Moso protocols? Why? That would be amazing. Curve could even become a genuine human. Feels like Palma just heard something incredible. Dr. Moso's true goal was to create a machine that could gradually become human by understanding lies in humanity. That's Curve's ultimate form. Let's just say that in a... Oh my gosh, we're getting name drops. Let's just say that a Fontainian scientist named Elaine Guillotin created an amazing thinking machine hundreds of years ago. Really? Okay, so Elaine... So everything that happened with Elaine, Jacob, and all those other members, Mary Ann, was from 100 years ago? I mean, that wouldn't make sense. I thought it was a little bit more recent, but I guess it's not. So they must have all be dead. We didn't meet Mary Ann. Again, probably some spirit in some spirit world. And we didn't meet Jacob, who of course turned into like this perfect being. Or like, I shouldn't say perfect being, but like some long-lived being to survive if, apocalypse happened. But indeed, again, all these quests connect. And whatever. And Dr. Moses seemed to want to surpass that. A thinking machine made by Elaine Guillotin. Could that be Seymour? Was Seymour made by Elaine? I thought Seymour was made by Mary Ann. I guess maybe... Elaine did seem to be working with those members. Carter, Jacob, Mary Ann. I think those were the names, right? But can understanding lies make someone human? Dr. Moso believed that humans are various reasons for lying, with various feelings underlying those reasons. It is those emotions that make them human. So he created a non-lying protocol. If Kurt learns to lie like humans one day, then it means that he's no longer bound by his machine programming and has acquired human emotions. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, for sure. We're out here investigating cases because I want him to see how humans lie. I want him to learn. Then you definitely can't give up. Shouldn't we fight hard to give Curve more time? But how? Dr. Moso is gone now. But his research page is still out there. Right, there must be a maintenance manual or something. I went through everything already, but I couldn't find anything about the base. How about the newspaper? What? Would they have any leads? Didn't the Fatus say something like that too? That guy was an amateur. If the Mirachose Phantom doesn't know, then the newspaper certainly won't. You're just looking for excuses, Talachar. You're actually just afraid of failure, aren't you? I think Paimon's calling me out right now. No one fails forever. If you hit rock bottom, your only way is up. I've hit rock bottom? Yeah, you even took off your uniform. So I won't fail anymore? That's right, you absolutely will not fail again. In my humble analysis, Miss Paimon is lying. Wait, hey, wait a second, Curve. Couldn't you have shown up a bit later? But such a lie have a chance to mold reality. What are you talking about, Curve? Lies mold reality? 30 years ago, Dr. Moso and I performed our first public test in Hotel de Board. At the time, there were only 4 tables, 8 chairs, and a waiter, who was also the owner. He said to me, remember, the Board will certainly become a renowned luxury hotel. It was just like Paimon's statement, a lie based on sincerity. But today, as you can see, the Board has exquisite carpeting, expensive decorations, 2 dining areas, and an endless stream of guests. I think that if the lie about the board became true, then the statement about Agent Talachar will not fail again has a possibility of becoming true. Shutting down the lie learning module. Was Curve being a little odd just now? What was he talking about? It's the lie learning module. It resides in Curve's core, and once it's enabled, it makes Curve spew a bunch of illogical nonsense. I'm starting to doubt Curve's reliability. I think Curve has a point. Well, Paimon thinks that some humans say things that don't make sense. Does that mean Curve is improving? It does. Talachar, are you gonna give up just when Curve is showing signs of improvement? Well, can you please say that thing again? Say what? You hit rock bottom. You actually will not fail again. Yeah, that's right, because you already hit rock bottom. I get it. Then I'll try again one more time. If Curve is still learning, then I have to help him. Oh, Talachar really is like a child sometimes. She gets moody real quickly, but also perks up just as quick. Sounds like you, Paimon. Is Paimon not mature enough? You're even shorter than Talachar. Relax, Paimon, you're pretty mature, sure. Let's say she's shorter than Talachar. Oh, just start with the chit-chat. We should take action at once. Since the newspaper might know something, we should keep our eyes on the prize and keep investigating the theft. Since there are 4 of us, why don't we each roleplay as a suspect and recreate the crime scene? We might even find a breakthrough. Well, Talachar's brain's working fast. Paimon like the idea. Let's go to the steamboat now. Gosh, I want to blow my nose right now. Okay, I think we should. I mean, it's right out here, so I'm just gonna walk in instead of teleporting. We still have a little bit of time left in our video. I just sniffed, probably disgusting, but I try not to do that. But sometimes, dude, I'm getting stuffed. I don't know if I'm talking too much, maybe. Let's go one last scene, and then I'll probably end the video after this, depending on how long it is. You're the smallest here, Paimon, so you be Kevin. I'll be Dirty Rocher. Mr. Ballard is here for Dr. Moso, so let Curve be him. Then all's left is the redhead. Leave it to me. I am intrepid Valberry. Alright, everyone, get in your roles. Let's reenact the night of Sir Arthur's disappearance. What did all the guys do? The first thing to reenact is the order of their arrival. Okay, so, which arrived first? According to Rocher, he has been in the scene crime before, and there he had seen Sir Arthur intact and untouched. But when he awoke, Sir Arthur was gone, having disappeared as he slept. When he woke up, he saw a small silhouette fleeing the scene. Okay, so he's first, and then this guy is second. According to Kevin, he has been in the scene of crime before, but when he was arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. All he saw was an old drunkard and a knife. He defended himself with the drunkard. He grabbed the knife and fled. The button accidentally fell off his clothing as he fled. Okay, I think he's second. I think the Fatui guy's last. Intrepid Valberry, he had been in the crimes before, but when he arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. As an act of retaliation, he took out a dinner knife and stuck it. Now there's a warning for them. In addition, he saw Smolly drunk. Okay, so this guy is not second. Kevin was. Can I remove this? Cancel. So Intrepid Valberry was second. Kid was third because there's the knife. And then this guy was last because he saw a letter. According to Ballard, he had been on the scene of the crime before, but when he arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. At the time, he noticed a letter. At the scene, his intelligence operative instantly kicked in and letting him to open the letter and reading it and taking it with him. Okay, so actually, he might be second. He might be second because there was no knife. Or the knife could have been taken. But when was the letter placed? Okay, because the kid didn't see the letter, I'm gonna say that the kid was second to last. Or the last one on the scene. Wait, what? Oh gosh, okay. Can I not put him second? Switch. And then I think Intrepid, the Valberry saw a knife, and then this kid. Hey, did I get it right? Yes, hypothesis correct. I'm a genius. Incredible. Blizzard is absolutely correct. I am the first to arrive. I'm Rocher, a middle-aged man who's kicked out by his wife. I've been loitering around here because I'm trying to get a job at the paper. At night of the incident, I drank a little and remember Sir Arthur sitting on his precious pedestal before I got completely drunk. Later on, I fell asleep by the road, and then Ballard, the second suspect to arrive at the scene. I immediately know that Sir Arthur wasn't where it should be, so that the real thief stole Sir Arthur between the time of my arrival and Mr. Rocher falling asleep, and the crime left a letter full of threats for the paper. Acting on the intelligence officer's instinct, I read the letter left by the thief and took it with me from the scene. After that, I'm up next. Why is my hair just flung to the side? I'm Intrepid Valberry, director 42 of a criminal gang. I wanted revenge on the paper, so I planned to turn Sir Arthur straight through. To run Sir Arthur straight through. But Sir Arthur was gone when I got here. I was furious and there was nothing I could do, so I stabbed a knife into the pedestal to scare them off and left. It's finally Palmer's turn. I'm Kevin, a problem child. I'm here to get Sir Arthur to spread word of my dad's a big fat weasel, but Sir Arthur was gone, and there was a knife in his favorite pedestal. I tried to look for it, but I found a smelly old man. I somehow woke him up, and that terrified me. I took the knife to defend myself and ran as fast as I could. I didn't even notice that the button got torn off my clothes. Indeed, I am that smelly old man. The commotion Kevin made woke me up, and I vaguely caught sight of him running off with something. After that, I looked toward the paper office and saw Sir Arthur was missing. I'm afraid of becoming suspect, so I hurried back to my usual haunt at the docks. And that everything happened. Paula thinks our reenactment went perfect, but did we miss anything? The threatening letter. That's right, we forgot about the letter. Since the thief's motive is tied to the incident from 30 years ago, the paper should have some idea about the thief's identity, right? Yeah, but the paper's still in the dark on all this. We should deliver this letter to them immediately. How could we have overlooked something so crucial? Because all of us were too busy trying to console me. I'm so sorry for being a burden. You shouldn't think like that, Talachart. Haven't you read through Dr. Moso's case file? This should be really exclusive information. No, now that you mentioned those, I forgot to tell you about the contents. Let's go over there to discuss it. Dr. Moso's death is closely linked to the paper, so it feels weird to talk about it right outside the front door. This spot's perfect. I wanted to know why Dr. Moso... You want to know why Dr. Moso was tried, right? It actually stands from public opinion. Public opinion. Well, not long after the existence of Dr. Moso's lie detector was made public, the Steamer published several articles on it quickly drew the public attention. Relevant information retrieved. Moso's exclusive, beyond the lies, Moso's protocols to watch. A lie detector, a game of authority. The paper used special features like those to incite widespread fear and worry among the general public. Soon, public opinion began to turn against Dr. Moso. What were they worried about? For example, how to guarantee that the lie detector output is credible? What would happen if a suspect in a trial wasn't lying, but Curve said he is? Would mistrial and injustice result? But if Curve's reliability can be guaranteed, then those concerns would evaporate. Relevant information retrieved. Content from lie detector, again with authority. When using protocol to restrict authority, the central question is not the lie detector's reliability, but its ability to remain independent from outside authorities. As the article points out, Curve is just a machine. So what would happen if people put their trust in Curve, yet someone could control Curve and use it to falsify results? The Moso protocols are there to prevent that, right? Relevant information retrieved. Content from Moso protocols to watch. It must be noted that after most of protocols are man-made, there's a possibility for them to be modified. This may prove to be a well-conceived trap. Well, are they accusing Dr. Moso of secretly tampering or leaving back doors? This is just the beginning. All kinds of other characters piled on after the Steenberg triggered the first outpouring of public oppression. Relevant information retrieved. Fish can't live in clear water. Reject a goldfish bowl world. Published by the Seven Nations Gazette. Shocking misjudgment of the lie detector. Published by Short Anthologies. Shocking misjudgment of the lie detector. Did Curve make a mistake? It was just a lie, of course. Curve was never involved in any case, much less a misjudging one. But that's how public opinion worked, and so it was all downhill from there for Dr. Moso. In the end, even some came forward and made accusations against the doctor. They called the lie detector a total scam, and all the results were completely manufactured. They believed the doctor was deceiving the public in an attempt to gain the power to pass judgment over others, and so they demanded the doctor to be severely punished and the lie detector be destroyed. Aren't those accusations a little too serious? Would anyone even believe stuff like that? Many did. They were all just ordinary people, so how can they differentiate the truth from lies? When we don't have access to sufficient information, we believe what others want us to believe. And it just so happened that at such a critical juncture, the Steenberg did something huge. They provide evidence that exposed Dr. Moso as having falsified results. Their evidence was key to Dr. Moso's conviction. Alright, let me summarize this, because this is actually pretty ironic, I think. Dr. Moso researching a lie detection machine that would, help with judgment or whatever. And, it was controversial. Because who knows? What if Dr. Moso made something and falsely judged someone? And falsely judged someone as wrong when they were right, or said someone who wasn't lying when they were lying, right? False judgment with a lie detection machine. Because of that, there's a lot of controversy, and then at the end of the day, it seemed that people falsely judged Dr. Moso of doing something wrong. Isn't that ironic? They were worried that Dr. Moso would pass false judgment, but at the end of the day, it was Dr. Moso who received false judgment. That's a bit unfortunate. And then even the Steenberg seems to... everything seems to point to Dr. Moso being kind of innocent in the situation, right? But in the end, it seems like the Steenberg published something that made Dr. Moso seem like they were doing something bad, which is very interesting. Evidence: did Dr. Moso really deceive anyone? The doctor refused to admit it, of course, and so he died defending himself in duel. I thought Dr. Moso was a she. Didn't Ballard say that it was a she? That Dr. Moso was a she? Or was he referring to Talachar or something? Oh, I'm so confused now. Okay. So he died defending himself in a duel. Alright, so he dueled, probably not Cloran, because this was 30 years ago. Only then did things start to calm down. The paper's reputation skyrocketed, and a useless fake like Curve was soon forgotten. So it was left with the Murchase Phantom as evidence. So is Curve the real deal or not? Well, I think Curve is the real deal, and Dr. Moso was wrongly accused. Then was the evidence presented in the paper falsified, or did they make a mistake? Okay, so interestingly, actually we should let Palma continue. But the person who wrote the threatening letter seems to think that the paper deliberately fabricated those lies in search of fame, profit, or something else. Oh, then could she? Okay, the person who wrote the letter, Crow or Blackbird, ? That's the she. Dr. Moso's the he. The person who wrote the letter is a she. Okay, I think. Palma would definitely avenge Clifford if Clifford was wrong like that. Oh, Palma can't prepare to think about it. Thanks, Paimon. Okay. So, that leads us to a final thing. The person who left that letter is probably a good guy. if if the newspaper did falsely judge Dr. Moso as, you know, being bad. If Dr. Moso is actually bad, then obviously the person who wrote the letter and stole Sir Arthur is in the wrong. So honestly, we could be dealing with one of those situations where the bad guy is the good guy and the good guy is the bad guy. Or who we initially thought was the good guy, you know, the newspaper, might actually be the bad guy. And who we initially thought was the bad guy, the person who stole Sir Arthur, might actually be bringing light to a situation. This is very similar to what happened with Navia and her father. And also very similar to what happened with, I think it was Linny and his Linny and that other person. Linny's a bit more confusing, but yeah, there was someone who avoided the blame, essentially, right? Yeah, it was, and then we found out who the real evil person was in Linny's story quest. So yeah, very similar to Linny's story quest and Navia's part in the second arc. Was it the second Archon quest or the first Archon quest? Of Fontaine, I'm not sure. Forgot which one. Thanks, Paimon. Or it was the second or the third one. I think it's the second one. The third one was when we're in prison. So yeah, Act 2 of Chapter 4. But Dr. Moso passed away 30 years ago, so someone very close to him. I wonder if Euphrosyne knows anything. Should we go see her then? Don't worry, she wasn't in charge of the paper at the time. I don't think Euphrosyne is a bad person. Fine, looks like we have to ask her it tomorrow. Today was a total information overload. Paimon's head needs some time to recover. Alright, let's head home and get some rest and meet outside the paper tomorrow morning. Alright, that's sus. That lady is sus. Are they good guy or are they bad guy? The red and the black. What does red and black even mean? Well, we've gone pretty far there. And, where does it continue? I don't see it. Wait, what? I don't see. Oh, wait, no. This is. Okay. What? I don't. What is this even? Oh, that's the store. That's the event quest. Okay. I mean, that was a little bit long, but. Wait. Where's the next part? I don't even know where the next part unlocks. What the heck? Do you have to wait like a day or something? Because they did say tomorrow. But we learned a lot about this case. We're getting to the point where, like, we kind of know exactly. Well, we don't know exactly, but we know the purpose of the person who stole Sir Arthur. And at this point, we're just trying to figure out who that is. And what helps us is if we talk to the people at the newspaper place. Because they might seem to know stuff. Do I talk to her? Is that what triggers it? No. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how to start the next part, guys. I don't know how to start the next part. I thought it would pop up like, okay, meet during the next day, but I don't see it. This is in the Fortress of Meripede. This is in the new place, 4.1. That was Sumeru. Can you veil Sumeru? That's Sumeru. That's Sumeru. That's Sumeru. That's Sumeru. That's What's next? Don't tell me I have to do. Wait, is this done? Let's see if this is done. No, it's not done. Answering Melody and answering machine. How do I unlock the next part? I'm actually confused now. What did I do wrong? Or what am I missing, I should say? I'm not sure. Do we meet in the hotel? Do we meet in the Palais Marmonia? I don't know where we meet. I'm so confused. Do I need to skip another day? I might skip another day, but yeah, okay, basically, yeah. Let's try to end the video. We learned a lot what happened. We're getting pretty close. The newspaper place might actually be the bad guys here. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens next. We've gone pretty far in this world quest. I'm not exactly sure how to unlock the next part. It might be locked behind. It might be locked behind other stuff that we haven't quite gone to yet. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. I guess I'll just have to do other world quests, and then maybe we can figure it out. And then also we're thinking that there even might be some connection with Seymour and the Nars Ordo and all that other stuff. So a lot of connections here, a lot of things converging, and I think we gotta end it here. Next time, I think, because I don't know where the next part of answering machine and questioning Malzine, answering machine, I don't know what the next part is. We might just do other world quests. There are some world quests in the court of Fontaine still yet to be done. There's also this world quest. There's also this world quest, and there's also this world quest up here. I think I'm gonna do the one up north. I think that's the world quest we're gonna do. So there's a few things to do left, and yeah, maybe we can continue this another time. It's a long video, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're beautiful the way you are, and I'll catch you in another Genshin Impact video. See you guys then.